What's going on, everyone? My name's Tenebris Infinite and welcome to the ultimate PM build here in Atomic Heart. Today I'm going to show you how to make the ultimate machine-destroying PM Makarov. This pistol is designed to save you ammo on the small fries and have enough punch to take on the strongest robots of Atomic Heart. Using hipfire to take on everything weak and the charged aimed shots to destroy anything that can survive a few bullets. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more builds here in Atomic Heart, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button to show your support. But enough yammering here, let's get into the build. So quickly going over the parts that we have on our Makarov here, we have the Revolver type bolt frame, we have the electromagnetic polarizer. For the cartridge module, we've got that maxed out. For the extended magazine, we've also got that maxed out. And then we've got just the basic aiming calameter put on to kind of slightly aid aiming. For the revolver type frame, you're coming on over to Testing Ground 8 to unlock that, and that is just beside the Sechenov Research Center. It won't show it. There we go. And for the electromagnetic polarizer, we're coming on over to Testing Ground 2, which is just beside Plant 1 here. And then lastly, for the extended magazine, you're going to want to come on over to Testing Ground number 6, just beside the boat station. Now first up, let's cover the revolver type bolt frame. And so with this, it might turn you off from trying this out in the first place because of the reduced damage to weak points, but this actually balances itself out once you go through its upgrades. So in the first place, you get increased accuracy, you get the ability to actually charge your gun and charge your shot, it extends the magazine slightly, and then it reduces aiming speed, and as we mentioned before, reduces the damage done to weak points. Next up, we've got an increase to damage and an increase to aiming speed, which that counteracts the reduced aiming speed there. Then there's an increased rate of fire when hip firing. And then next up, increased weak point damage, again, negating the negatives that we have in the first place. And lastly, an increase to charge damage, which this is kind of the major upgrade here to the revolver type frame. This aimed shot does a massive amount of damage. It's so much damage that you can actually just use this pistol on the final boss and totally get away with the entire fight. And then for the barrel module, and this goes for pretty much any sort of kinetic weapon. You have either the option of designing your weapon to go after robots, or designing your weapon to go after organic enemies. And so with the PM, I figured it was better to actually go after robots, because robots tend to have tankier amounts of health, and you run into more of them as you're going along. And since the PM ammo is really cheap to make, it turns it into just kind of like your bread and butter gun as you're running through the game. Whereas if you went with the expansive converter, this would be a fantastic weapon for dealing with like Pleiush and stuff like that, but in the end, fighting Pleiush, you're better off using a melee weapon anyway, so I don't think that ballistic weapons are the best choice for the organic enemies of Atomic Heart here. For the cartridge module, we upgrade that to the maximum amount to get the increased elemental damage and just the increased efficiency overall with cartridges. The best cartridge to use with this is obviously the shock cartridge. It turns it into just the ultimate machine-destroying weapon in the game. And then for upgrading the magazine, we upgrade that to the maximum level, not just to get the increased mag count, but to also get a faster reload, so that way you can reload on the fly a lot easier. So let's show this thing off in action here. You can see that when fighting anything below a lab tech, you really don't even need the charge shots. You could put down laborers in about 3 to 5 bullets, depending on how many weak point hits you get. And when dealing with anything above those guys, you can use charged shots to end them quickly. Now, your ammo usage is still pretty high on stronger enemies, but your shot count is low, so you can get fights done in a very quick and efficient manner, though you'll still burn a bunch of ammo in the process. EM ammo is the second cheapest in the game, so you can craft a ton of it really easily in comparison to AK rounds. And again, this thing hits like a truck, even more so when you attach an elemental canister to it and start stun locking machines. So, thank you for watching. Maybe consider subscribing to stick around, as I plan on doing many more of these builds if you guys enjoy it. But for now, I will catch you all in the next one. Until then, peace.